Hi everyone, it's Stefan and Belinda here from Aurora Active and VibroGym Active, and today we're just going to show you a couple of things of how to do a quick workout which will update regularly. So Belinda is starting in the regular workout start, and that's the massages for the calves. So you can see how the ankles are hanging over the front, and we'll do this at 50 Hertz, 60 seconds and high frequency. Then we'll move on to the hamstrings. You can decide if you want to sit on top of the VibroGym or if you want to sit back on the edge, just depending on the person, if they're comfortable sitting right on top of the VibroGym or not. Then we'll move into the side. Remember, all these are done 50 Hertz, 60 seconds and high amplitude. So we'll do the sides just like Belinda, just making sure that your knees and your hips are on top of the VibroGym. Then we'll do the other side. And once we've done that for 60 seconds, we'll turn around onto the stomach and we'll do the front of the thighs. Once again, you can decide to be with your hips on top, or you can move forward and be more forward on the VibroGym itself. Okay, and then the next one, what we'll do is we'll flip this box, we'll level it off, flatten it out, and then we'll do the inner thighs, which is really done in two ways. So Belinda is showing you the one way that you can do it sort of in a lunge position on the side, or you can lay lengthways alongside the machine, which Belinda will show you now. So feet are going to be one side, head is going to be on the other side, and laying down this way. You can lay on your side, or you can turn a little bit more on your tummy as if you're laying on your stomach. And you can also put your one arm on top, get the shoulder on top here and lay down a little bit more on your stomach, and then get that shoulder and the arm on as well, and that's really good for massaging and warming up. Okay, we'll go into the first exercise today, which will be a squat. So the squat will be the first one, which will be just a nice low hold for the beginners. And then for the more advanced, Belinda will hold this just for a little bit to see how the hips are moving backwards instead of forwards, and going down as if you're taking a seat. The next one will be a bit more advanced, so we're going to go up onto the toe tips and then back down onto the heels and low. Up onto the toe tips, back down onto the heels and low. Perfect. Now the settings for exercises are 60 seconds, 35 Hertz and a low setting. If you want to challenge yourself, if you're up to the stage where you are advanced, you can put it on a high as well, and that will make it more challenging. Perfectly shown. Now the next one is going to be a lunge position. So for beginners, all we'll do is we'll just do up and down. So you want to keep your feet pretty much locked in the position where they are and just dropping straight down with the leg. The idea here is for this knee to drop straight down, up and down. So just think you're taking a knee down onto the brown box. Now for advanced people, we're going to touch the box and then come up and touch the knee to the handlebar. So touch the box, touch the knee to the handlebar. Weight should be on the heel up here. So thinking always about pushing through the heel on the front leg. Let's change legs and we'll do it on the other side as well. Great. So now we're going to grab a seat on the machine. Still facing the machine, we want to hold on to the back side of the handlebar, not the front. So the back side here, and we're going to do a pull up with the hands, with the chin just come over the handlebar. Now for a beginner, this is great because your feet can be right back close, but for more advanced people, you can bring your feet more forward, and that'll make it more challenging on the arms. You want to pull yourself straight up, so pull straight down towards the ground with the arms instead of pulling towards your chest, because what can happen is the machine can pull towards you. So always feel like you're pulling it straight down towards the ground, therefore pulling you up and getting the chin over the handlebar each and every time. So we'll do that for 60 seconds. Then we're going to lay back down. we're going to do our crunches for the first exercise, which is a cross crunch, which means opposite elbow coming to the opposite knee. That's it. And then just change. So we do left, right, left, right, left, right. Perfect. While you're doing it, think about drawing in the belly button, think about squeezing the tummy muscles, and we continue that for 60 seconds. If you want to take a break, say this is for less advanced people, you can take a break as often as you want. Once you've done 60 seconds, you'll realize that you've improved your fitness level already. So the next exercise will probably shift a little bit more back onto the machine, a little bit more. Perfect. We want to keep the knees locked at 90 degrees, and we're just going to lift the legs up and put back down the heels only onto the ground. So the important factor here is the heels being touching the ground, not the toes. So you always have your feet pointing up towards the ceiling. What you want to feel here is the lower abdominals pulling the legs up. So it's all about the lower abdominals, not sort of the upper part. Good, and then once we've done that exercise, we'll move on to the same side crunch. Now the same side crunch is obviously not your opposite leg and elbow, it's the same. So it's the right elbow touching the right knee and the left elbow touching the left knee. Good, keep that going. Good. Excellent. Okay, let's jump up. The next exercise is a high step up. So we'll go from that position into a high step up, holding on to the handles, and this one is once again done on 35 hertz low, and we'll do a nice step up. Now there's an advanced version of this one, and the advanced version is don't touch the ground. So you just want to go as low as you can without touching the ground. Now that'll challenge you more instead of getting help from the back leg to kick up. Good. Let's change legs so they can see what the other leg looks like. Good, so that's the easy version. Just a nice step up. And then we go to the harder version, which is without touching down. Now for those that are a little bit shorter or so, they can, if you step down, Belinda, they can just flick this part up, and then it is already sort of a medium step up, no longer a high step up, because we've taken that off. Great. Okay, next one is going to be a core hold, so elbows on the machine, nice strong hold. Just making sure that with this one, the knees, the hips, and the ankles are forming a straight line. So a little touch down, perfect. Now that's the easy version, simply because we are raised, so you can take the box off if you wanted to. But for this, we're holding that. The hold itself, trying to have the straight line through the body. Now the more advanced version we'll do with one leg coming up touching the box, and then the other leg coming up touching the box, sort of like we're going for a walk. Great. So this is the advanced version. And then the easy version, Belinda will show you again. Great. Okay, the next one will be a push-up. So we're going into a push-up. Once again, a little bit of the arms. So nice and easy push-up, pushing ourselves up and down. So with this one, the easier version, Belinda is doing the harder version where she goes right down. An easier version is just moving halfway down and up. Yeah. So thinking the more challenging you want to make it, the lower we go. Perfect. And that is the first few exercises of today's workout. Then we're going to go into some stretches. A nice easy touching toes. Now for those of you who have done this before, you can try and think about the pelvis rolling forward instead of just your head dropping over. Thinking about the pelvis twisting and tilting forward will help you with a hamstring stretch. That's a good one just to get a nice stretch out for the hamstrings, also for the back and the spine as well. This stretches are done at 40 Hertz, high or low, depending on if you want to be comfortable. Some people enjoy it more on a high, some people enjoy it more on a low, but for 60 seconds as well. The next one is a 90-90. So 90-90 is a very good hip stretch. So with this one, it's a 90-90 in the left leg and the right leg, and focusing going towards the foot instead of towards the knee for this.